Have you ever felt like your emotions were running your life? Do you find yourself reacting to situations in ways you later regret? If so, you're not alone. Many of us struggle with managing our emotions, especially in stressful or challenging situations. But what if there was a way to take control of your emotional responses and create a more balanced, fulfilling life? In this video, we'll explore 7 powerful techniques for mastering emotional control, inspired by the story of Kavi, a person who faced similar challenges and found a path to greater emotional stability. Kavi's story begins with a familiar struggle. Like many of us, he often felt overwhelmed by his emotions, leading to difficulties in both his personal relationships and professional life. His quick temper and tendency to act impulsively caused friction with loved ones and colleagues alike. Kavi knew something needed to change, but he wasn't sure where to start. It wasn't until a particularly challenging day at work that Kavi realized the true impact of his lack of emotional control. After a heated argument with a coworker that almost cost him his job, Kavi knew it was time to take action. This turning point led him on a quest to understand and manage his emotions better. Determined to improve, Kavi sought help from various sources, including books, workshops, and even a therapist specializing in emotional regulation. Through his journey, he discovered and refined 7 key techniques that dramatically improved his ability to control his emotions. These techniques not only helped Kavi, but have also proven effective for countless others seeking to gain mastery over their emotional lives. Let's dive into these 7 techniques, exploring how they work and how you can apply them in your own life. The first technique Kavi learned was mindful breathing. This simple yet powerful practice involves focusing your attention on your breath, using it as an anchor to the present moment. When we're caught up in strong emotions, our breathing often becomes shallow and rapid. By consciously slowing and deepening our breath, we can activate our body's natural relaxation response. To practice mindful breathing, find a comfortable position and close your eyes. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose, feeling your belly expand. Hold it for a moment, then exhale slowly through your mouth. As you breathe, focus your attention on the sensations of the air moving in and out of your body. If your mind wanders, gently bring your focus back to your breath. Kavi found that even a few minutes of mindful breathing could help him feel more centered and in control during stressful situations. He began incorporating this practice into his daily routine, starting with just 5 minutes each morning and gradually increasing the duration as he became more comfortable with the technique. The beauty of mindful breathing is that it's a tool you can use anywhere at any time. Whether you're stuck in traffic, preparing for an important presentation, or dealing with a difficult conversation, taking a few mindful breaths can help you regain your composure and approach the situation with greater clarity and calmness. Moving on to the second technique, we come to thought challenging. This cognitive approach involves examining and questioning the thoughts that contribute to our emotional reactions. Often, our strong emotional responses are fueled by automatic negative thoughts that may not be entirely accurate or helpful. Kavi learned to pause when he noticed himself becoming emotionally charged and ask himself a series of questions. Is this thought based on facts or assumptions? Am I jumping to conclusions? Are there other ways to interpret this situation? By challenging his thoughts in this way, Kavi was able to gain a more balanced perspective and reduce the intensity of his emotional reactions. To practice thought challenging, start by becoming aware of your internal dialogue, especially in situations that typically trigger strong emotions. When you notice a negative thought arising, write it down if possible. Then examine the thought objectively. Look for evidence that supports or contradicts the thought. Consider alternative explanations or viewpoints. Finally, try to reframe the thought in a more balanced or positive way. For example, if you find yourself thinking, I always mess things up, you might challenge this by asking yourself, is it really true that I always mess up? Can I think of times when things went well? What would a friend say about this situation? This process can help you develop a more realistic and constructive outlook, leading to more balanced emotional responses. The third technique Kavi found helpful was the body scan meditation. This practice involves systematically focusing your attention on different parts of your body, from your toes to the top of your head. The body scan helps increase awareness of physical sensations and can be a powerful tool for reducing stress and managing emotions. To do a body scan, find a comfortable position lying down or sitting. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths to relax. Then, begin to focus your attention on your toes. Notice any sensations you feel: warmth, coolness, tingling, or perhaps no sensation at all. Gradually move your attention up through your body, spending a few moments on each area: your feet, ankles, calves, knees, and so on. As you move through the body scan, you may notice areas of tension or discomfort. Instead of trying to change these sensations, simply observe them with curiosity and without judgment. This practice can help you become more attuned to the physical manifestations of your emotions, allowing you to recognize and address them more effectively. Kavi found that regular body scan practice increased his overall body awareness, making it easier for him to notice the early physical signs of emotional arousal. This awareness gave him a valuable early warning system, allowing him to implement other emotional control techniques before his feelings escalated. The fourth technique, emotional labeling, involves the simple yet powerful act of naming your emotions. When we're in the grip of strong feelings, it can be difficult to step back and identify exactly what we're experiencing. However, the act of putting a label on our emotions can help reduce their intensity and give us a sense of control. Kavi learned to pause throughout the day and ask himself, what am I feeling right now? He found that simply identifying and naming his emotions, whether it was anger, frustration, anxiety, or joy, helped him feel more in control and less overwhelmed by his feelings. To practice emotional labeling, start by expanding your emotional vocabulary. Many of us tend to use broad terms like good or bad to describe our emotional states, but our feelings are often more nuanced than that. Try to be more specific in identifying your emotions. Are you feeling content, elated, or excited, anxious, disappointed, or resentful? As you become more adept at labeling your emotions, you may find it helpful to keep an emotion journal. Throughout the day, take a few moments to check in with yourself and write down what you're feeling. Over time, this practice can help you recognize patterns in your emotional responses and give you greater insight into your emotional triggers. The fifth technique Kavi found useful was visualization. This involves using your imagination to create mental images that promote calmness and emotional balance. Visualization can be a powerful tool for managing stress and anxiety, as well as for cultivating positive emotional states. Kavi developed a few go-to visualizations that he could use in different situations. One of his favorites was imagining a peaceful beach scene. He would close his eyes and picture himself sitting on warm sand, listening to the gentle rhythm of waves lapping at the shore. He would imagine the warmth of the sun on his skin and the fresh, salty breeze on his face. This mental image helped him feel calm and centered, even in the midst of stressful situations. To develop your own visualization practice, start by thinking of a place or scenario that makes you feel peaceful and relaxed. It could be a natural setting like a forest or mountain, or a cozy room in your ideal home. Use all your senses to make the visualization as vivid as possible. What do you see? What sounds do you hear? What scents are in the air? What textures can you feel? Practice your visualization for a few minutes each day, perhaps as part of your morning routine or before going to bed at night. As you become more comfortable with the technique, you'll be able to call up your peaceful mental image quickly whenever you need to calm yourself or shift your emotional state. The sixth technique Kavi learned was progressive muscle relaxation. This method involves systematically tensing and then relaxing different muscle groups in your body. It's an effective way to release physical tension, which often accompanies and exacerbates emotional stress. To practice progressive muscle relaxation, find a comfortable position sitting or lying down. Starting with your feet, tense the muscles as tightly as you can for about 5 seconds. Then, suddenly release the tension and notice how your muscles feel as they relax. Move up through your body, repeating this process with each muscle group: your calves, thighs, buttocks, abdomen, chest, arms, hands, neck, and face. Kavi found that regular practice of progressive muscle relaxation not only helped him feel more physically relaxed, but also gave him greater awareness of where he held tension in his body. This awareness allowed him to notice and release physical tension throughout the day, which in turn helped him manage his emotional state more effectively. As you practice progressive muscle relaxation, pay attention to the contrast between the feelings of tension and relaxation. This contrast can help you become more attuned to subtle levels of tension in your daily life, allowing you to address them before they contribute to emotional stress. The seventh and final technique Kavi incorporated into his life was a daily gratitude practice. While it might not seem directly related to emotional control, cultivating gratitude can have a profound impact on our overall emotional well-being and resilience. Kavi started by setting aside a few minutes each evening to reflect on 3 things he was grateful for that day. These could be big things like a promotion at work, or small things like enjoying a delicious meal or receiving a kind word from a friend. He wrote these down in a gratitude journal, taking time to really savor the positive feelings associated with each item. Over time, Kavi noticed that this practice began to shift his overall emotional baseline. He found himself naturally focusing more on the positive aspects of his life and less on the negatives. This positive focus made it easier for him to maintain emotional balance, even in challenging situations. To start your own gratitude practice, choose a time each day to reflect on what you're thankful for. It could be first thing in the morning, during your lunch break, or before you go to bed at night. Try to come up with 3 specific things you're grateful for each day. Write them down if you can, as the act of writing can help reinforce the positive emotions. As you continue this practice, you may find it helpful to vary your approach. Some days, you might focus on people you're grateful for. Other days, you might concentrate on personal qualities or abilities you're thankful for. The key is to be specific and to really allow yourself to feel the positive emotions associated with gratitude. As Kavi consistently applied these 7 techniques in his daily life, he began to notice significant changes. His relationships improved as he became better able to communicate his feelings without lashing out in anger or frustration. At work, he found himself handling stress more effectively, leading to improved performance and better relationships with colleagues. Perhaps most importantly, Kavi experienced an overall increase in life satisfaction. By gaining control over his emotional responses, he felt more in charge of his life and better able to pursue his goals and dreams. He found himself experiencing more positive emotions on a daily basis and feeling more resilient when faced with challenges. It's important to note that Kavi's transformation didn't happen overnight. It took time, practice, and patience to develop these new habits and skills. There were setbacks along the way, times when old patterns of emotional reactivity resurfaced. But with persistence and self-compassion, Kavi was able to stay on track and continue making progress. Now it's your turn to take control of your emotional life. The techniques we've explored, mindful breathing, thought challenging, body scan meditation, emotional labeling, visualization, progressive muscle relaxation, and gratitude practice, are powerful tools that can help you develop greater emotional mastery. Start by choosing one or two techniques that resonate with you and commit to practicing them regularly. You might begin with just a few minutes each day, gradually increasing the time as you become more comfortable with the practices. Remember, consistency is key. Even a small amount of daily practice can lead to significant changes over time. As you work on developing your emotional control skills, be patient and kind with yourself. Like any skill, emotional mastery takes time to develop. There will likely be days when you struggle, when old patterns of reactivity surface. When this happens, view it as an opportunity for learning rather than a failure. Each challenging situation is a chance to practice and refine your skills. It can also be helpful to keep a journal of your experiences as you work on developing emotional control. Note which techniques you find most helpful in different situations. Record your successes, no matter how small, as well as any challenges you encounter. This record can serve as a source of motivation and a valuable tool for tracking your progress over time. Remember, the goal isn't to suppress or eliminate emotions. Emotions are a vital part of the human experience, providing important information and enriching our lives. The aim is to develop a healthier relationship with our emotions, to be able to experience them fully without being overwhelmed or controlled by them. As you continue on this path of emotional mastery, you may find that it opens up new possibilities in your life. Like Kavi, you may discover improvements in your relationships, your work life, and your overall sense of well-being. You may find yourself better able to pursue your goals and dreams, freed from the limitations that uncontrolled emotional reactions can impose. Moreover, as you develop greater emotional control, you may find that you're better able to support others in their emotional journeys. Your increased self-awareness and emotional stability can make you a calming presence for those around you, enhancing your ability to connect with others and contribute positively to your community. In conclusion, mastering emotional control is a powerful way to enhance your life and relationships. The 7 techniques we've explored, mindful breathing, thought challenging, body scan meditation, emotional labeling, visualization, progressive muscle relaxation, and gratitude practice, offer a comprehensive toolkit for developing greater emotional mastery. Remember, this is a journey, not a destination. There will always be new challenges and opportunities for growth. But with these tools at your disposal, you'll be better equipped to navigate the ups and downs of life with grace and resilience. So, are you ready to take control of your emotional life? Which technique will you try first? How might your life change if you could respond to challenging situations with greater calm and clarity? The power to shape your emotional experience is within your grasp. Take that first step today and see where this journey of emotional mastery might lead you. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of emotional control techniques. We hope you found this information valuable and inspiring. If you have any questions or would like to share your own experiences with emotional mastery, please leave a comment below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more content on personal growth and well-being. Until next time, take care and remember, your emotions don't have to control you. You have the power to control them.